wise, and humorous old anonymous quotes, anonymous sayings, and anonymous proverbs and fables, collected over the years from a variety of sources. We want you to consider each visit to our site as an endless resource for your mental refreshment. So, let's get started. First, let's start with Albania. In Albanian folklore, there's a story about a farmer who had a beautiful mare that everyone admired. One day, the mare disappeared, and the villagers all sympathized with the farmer. But the farmer simply said, "Good or bad, who knows?" A few days later, the mare returned with a wild stallion, and the farmer now had 2 valuable horses. The moral of the story? Don't jump to conclusions about whether something is good or bad, you never know what might come of it. Now, let's head over to Antigua and Barbuda. In their culture, there's a proverb that goes, "When you throw a stone into a pack of dogs, the one that barks is the one you hit." The lesson here is that sometimes, when people react strongly to something you say or do, it's because you've hit a nerve. Rather than getting defensive or lashing out, take a moment to reflect on what you might have done to trigger that response. In Azerbaijan, there's a fable about a mouse that fell into a jug of milk. Instead of giving up, the mouse started paddling and stirring the milk with its feet. Eventually, the milk turned into butter, and the mouse was able to climb out. The message of this story is simple but powerful: perseverance pays off. No matter how difficult a situation may seem, keep pushing forward and you'll eventually come out on top. Moving on to Brazil, there's a legend about the caipora, a mischievous spirit that lives in the forest. The caipora is known for playing tricks on hunters and loggers, leading them astray and causing them to lose their way. But the caipora isn't just a prankster, it's also a protector of the forest and its creatures. The lesson here is that sometimes, what seems like a nuisance or obstacle might actually be a sign that you're on the wrong path. Take a step back and reevaluate your goals and intentions. In Burundi, there's a proverb that says, "A monkey never thinks her baby is ugly." This is a reminder that we often have blind spots when it comes to our own flaws and weaknesses. It's important to seek out feedback from others and be open to constructive criticism, even if it stings a little. Next, let's visit Comoros, where there's a fable about a crab and a fox. The crab challenged the fox to a race, but the fox, being much faster, laughed and accepted. However, when the race began, the crab scampered sideways to the finish line, while the fox ran straight and lost. The moral of the story is that sometimes, it pays to be clever rather than relying solely on brute strength or speed. In Djibouti, there's a saying that goes, "No matter how hot your anger, it cannot cook yams." This is a reminder that getting angry or upset won't solve anything. It's better to take a step back, cool off, and approach the situation with a clear and level head. Moving on to Eritrea, there's a fable about a lion and a rabbit. The lion boasted about how powerful and mighty he was, but the rabbit challenged him to a contest. The contest was simple: whoever could roar the loudest would be declared the winner. The lion let out a deafening roar, but the rabbit simply whispered in his ear, causing the lion to jump in surprise. The moral of the story is that sometimes, brains can beat brawn. In Gabon, there's a proverb that says, "One who does not look ahead always remains behind." This is a reminder to keep our eyes focused on the future and to plan ahead, rather than getting stuck in the present or dwelling on the past. Next, let's visit Jordan, where there's a proverb that says, "The hand that gives, gathers." This is a reminder that generosity and kindness often come back to us in unexpected ways. In Kiribati, there's a fable about a crab and a coconut. The crab tried to crack open the coconut by smashing it with its claws, but it couldn't break through. The crab eventually gave up, but later returned with a group of friends. Together, they were able to crack open the coconut and enjoy the sweet meat inside. The moral of the story is that sometimes, working together and pooling our resources can help us achieve things that we couldn't do alone. Finally, in Mauritania, there's a fable about a camel and its rider. The rider boasted about how he could go for days without drinking water, while the camel insisted that water was essential for survival. The rider ultimately listened to the camel and they both survived their journey. The moral of the story is that sometimes, it's better to listen to those who have more experience and knowledge than we do. If you enjoy what you've heard and experienced, please hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to this channel for regularly uploaded videos. Turn on notifications so you can receive our latest videos as soon as possible. Remember, the power of your mind is limitless, and with the right mindset, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.